Hi, it's me, a person, and today is a very exciting day for me because I'm reacting to the new BTS album. How do I pronounce this in the correct way? ARIRANG? ARIRANG? I don't think ARIRANG is right. I don't think that's how you say it. Is it ARIRANG? 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 You tell me. I have no idea. Frankly, having an album with R's in it where every country has basically a different way of saying the R, pronouncing the R, is, unfortunate for me. Anyway, this is gonna be the first time I've ever seen a full BTS MV in its completion. I've never done that, ever. I've only ever seen little tiny snippets of a BTS MV. I've seen 15 seconds of butter. That's the amount I've seen. And it's also obviously gonna be the first time that I've heard a full BTS song. Now, I did a poll, to ask whether I should jump into this comeback immediately, and you guys really don't know. You can't come to a consensus because it's been 50-50 for, I think, at least a day now. So, the poll wasn't really that helpful, but because of the comments left by you guys, telling me that it is reminiscent of their older music, but new, I guess, that it is a good idea to listen to the new comeback first. And another reason that I'm doing it this way is, I thought it would be kind of fun and unique to start from the front instead of the back. Why does that sound wrong? You know what I mean. Yeah, how many people can say that they've listened to a full BTS song for the first time in the new comeback in the year 2020? What year is it? 6? I'm okay. I swear I'm fine. So yeah, and I also think that, I already had, there were discussions around Blackpink's comeback as well, that, fans and, armies and also casual fans have, a preconceived notion of BTS and what BTS sounds like, and, as a fan, you often have certain expectations. I would know. In my daily life, I listen to a lot of indie artists, indie rock, and, artists often evolve their sound. And I, am guilty of, being kind of disappointed by a new sound. Mainly because I had certain expectations. If I didn't have those expectations, I might not have been, as critical of the new stuff, etc. It's just something that naturally happens to us humans. So I think it's actually a great idea to get into the new comeback with fresh, untainted eyes and ears. I have no opinion, no preconceived notions whatsoever. I have no idea, right? So I think that's good. And then after this we can go back in time to listen to some older stuff. What more will I say? Right. Normally, I like to put everything into one video. I'm one of those people. I know everybody does it differently. That's great. I like stuffing my videos full, making them very, very long, putting everything I can find about a song or an album into one video. But I think that might be a problem for this one. I make long videos anyway. But this album is 41 minutes long, which, I mean, love that. Love me a good long album, nice length. 14 songs. That's great. But, well, the way I react is I always listen to the song first without pausing in its entirety. I will be yapping the whole time. There won't be any silence, just so you know. And then I listen to it a second time, often with lyrics. I did decide on doing color-codeds, even though, again, fun fact about me, I don't like color-codeds for two reasons. There are mistakes. Color-codeds often have more mistakes. And sometimes you don't even know that they're there, and that's kind of annoying. And then second of all, color-codeds, the audio quality on them is always worse than on streaming platforms. And audio quality, to me, is very, very important. I would like to hear every single detail in the music. So that's why I basically don't like them. But since we are listening to the songs twice anyway, I'm gonna listen to it the first time on the streaming platform, YouTube Music in this case. And after that, I will do a color-coded anyway. In the past, I have listened to the songs and then just looked up the lyrics and read along. But it's obviously hard to pause while reading on a different tab, right? It is. So, I mean, I could do that. Now I'm doubting myself. Should I? I don't know. Maybe I'll try it out for the first song with a color code, and I'll feel the vibe if I get really annoyed by the worsening of the audio quality. If I do, I'll probably switch to just Googling the lyrics and looking at it that way. We'll see how it goes. And whoa, I was saying something else. I'm jumping all over the place. Right. Long album. I'm gonna split this video into two, I think, because this video, if it's one video, I think it might be at least 2.5 hours long, maybe even 3. If I do it in one video, and that's just a little bit too much fun. I mean, I could do that. I could. But, you know, since I am, getting back on track with filming because, my mental health was bad and yada yada, having 2 videos is a good idea for me. Gives me a little bit of time and wiggle room to film other stuff and, get back to posting regularly. So, yeah, those are all the things I wanted to talk about. We're starting with the MV, though. And after the MV, which is Swim. And after that, we will be going through the whole album. And when we get to Swim, I might listen to it again, or I might skip it. It will be based on vibes. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else left to talk about, so let's get into the Swim MV. Also, sadly, you cannot see my fit that well, but, I saw the thumbnail of the Swim MV. It looked like a pirate ship. So I decided to wear my little peasant top. Isn't it a little piratey? Don't I look like a sexy pirate? Tell me I do. You don't have to, I'm kidding. But I am on theme, no? Love dressing on theme. Sometimes I do that. I do that sometimes. English is hard. Okay. Another thing I will mention on my channel, as well as with, just songs in general, with the MV as well, I'll be watching it in its entirety without pausing. At least I try. Sometimes I fail. Sometimes I do pause by accident, and I do apologize. Not that you would care anyway. And then the second time with lots of pausing and also subtitles as well, which I might have to look up the lyrics to Swim afterwards, because when there's a bunch of visuals going on, I get quite, you know, overstimulated in a way that I forget to read the lyrics completely. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. Let's get into the music video. Finally, my first ever BTS music video. Let's go. Hey! I know you! She's from Riverdale. Right? That's her, right? Or does she just look similar? Well, let's be happy I caught that. I just realized that I did not have the sound on. Well, for me, yes. For you, no. So, that would have been bad, huh? Again. I apologize. Sound is good. Good. Many a pirate ship.
Swim, swim, water falling off your skin. Swim, swim. I could spend a lifetime watching.
Oh my god. I love his piercing so much.
This is how we all begin.
I am a piercing girly. Oh my god.
Swim, I just wanna dive. I just wanna dive. Map world, got away. I so wake up in this map world. Name me place that I could breathe on this map world. Looking like a goody in this map world.
I love the instrumental in the back. That that is Riverdale girl, I'm pretty sure. Again, I had zero expectations. I think this song is so vibey. Oh, those ad-libs. I really like this MV. It's actually so pretty. This is also definitely very much a easy listening song, which, well, a lot of you don't really know me that well, I think, yet. Especially if you're new to the channel, but I've always said that I really like, you know, hard-hitting music, more like experimental music, but I do really like easy listening songs when they're like very vibey, if that makes any sense. I've used the word vibey many times and I hate it every time I do it because it's kind of like a nondescript word. Like, what does that even mean? Like, what kind of vibey? look at them, pirates, or, well, captains, or, well, sea. Actually, they're not pirates. You know, I'm dressed like pirate vibey, I guess, but they're more like just shipmen. What are those called? Matroos in Dutch, but I can't find the English word for it. Sailors? They're sailors, actually. You know, there was very little BTS in this MV. I do feel like, even though I came here without any, you know, preconceived notions, I I wish there was more BTS in this BTS music video. I wish there was less of whatever her name is from Riverdale. Less of her, more of them. That would have been nice. And it would have been possible. No? Right? I don't think it would have been that hard to just put in more shots of them instead. Right? Right? Also, you know, I do I like this song. First of all, let me say that. I think it's very nice and vibey. Uh like it's a great song to put on in the background and kind of like, I don't know. We have in the Netherlands we have two modes of transportation that are very popular besides the car, bikes obviously, and the train. We love our trains here. We all go by train all the time. And I just, when I think of the song, when I would listen to it, is like sitting in the train, looking out the window. It's kind of like a little bit of a gray-ish day, you know, definitely not sunny. Um, the Netherlands isn't really a sunny place anyway. And you're just vibing, listening to the song, looking out the window, having your little, you know, main character moment by yourself. Um, that's the vibe the song is giving me. Um, and I like that. It is a specific, very specific mood for me. Um, I can see why. Just like, I'm not even talking about armies, but like K-pop enjoyers in general, and I think a lot of people had the same feelings about the new Blackpink comeback, which, by the way, I loved. Funnily enough, I love that song. I think Go is great. A lot of people, I think, you know, are expecting the K-pop of K-pop, which is often actually not easy listening at all. It can be anything, right? Genre wise, structure wise, or whatever. But it's never really, you know, a song that's kind of the same energy level all the way through, right? In my opinion. Like when I think of K-pop, which again, not really a genre because it consists of many different genres, etc., etc. We all know how pop works, right? um, but the way I think most of us see K-pop is a song has like many ups and downs. You know what I mean in the song? And this song is more like one energy all the way through. I listen to music that's one energy all the way through. I have playlists like that. So when I contextualize this in like just music in general, not you know, the context of it has to be K-pop, it has to sound like K-pop, not in the context. Well, I don't have a context of BTS. I cannot put it in the context of BTS discography yet. But in that sense, I don't care. Me personally, I didn't care with Go that it didn't sound like Blackpink or K-pop, and I don't care with Swim that it does. I don't know if it doesn't sound like BTS, but it doesn't sound like K-pop. I don't care. Me personally, I don't care, but I understand why other people would, because well, it's a matter of opinion, and well, and it's not wrong. So, that's basically my first thoughts on Swim. Ironically enough, actually, as well, I think I could say that there are K-pop songs that I absolutely love, and I love them for like how crazy and experimental they are and how hard they go. But at the same time, because those songs are like that, I have less opportunities to listen to them. This is also a personal thing. We all listen to music in different ways, on different occasions, with different functions, right? Me, when I listen to music in my daily life, it's often kind of a mood that I pick. And especially when I'm doing other things, I need that mood to be kind of consistent, whether it's like very hard rock, you know, then it needs to be hard and it needs to stay hard, and you know, I can just like either get my energy up or get my energy out if I have too much of it, right? Or if it's like a mellow song, I need it to stay mellow. The song cannot like go all the way up and down and all over the place, which a lot of K-pop does, because you know that would disturb the mood that I'm in. That's how I listen to music in my daily life. And then there are like K-pop songs, like a lot of K-pop songs are like the main character, if that makes sense. It's like a musical to me where you are fully invested in the song, and that's basically the activity that you're doing, is consuming the song. So those are very specific moments when I grab those songs, is when I'm basically not really doing anything else outside of that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm more consumed, not all K-pop songs, but some K-pop songs that are like that, I consume them like it's a movie, basically. Like it's a whole thing, not just like background music, if that makes sense. So the funny thing is that it might be true that I would listen to this song more often than some other K-pop songs, just because it is one mood, one energy all the way through. Yeah. Did I say the same thing 10 times? Maybe, but that's how my brain is. Okay, that's enough. Let's do that again. Let's turn the lyrics on. Well, this MV, though it is, I like the ship and I like the sea, and it's all very fun. It is actually quite, how do you say? The MV is quite calm. I don't think I'm going to be very distracted, so hopefully I will be able to read some lyrics while listening. Girl, this is all great and all that you're in this music video, but I do really wish I would see less of you. Nothing against Miss Lady Riverdale over here, but frankly, you're like 80% of this MV.
Swim, waterfall in off your skin. Swim, swim.
Wow, though. Wow. Oh, Captain, my captain, you can be the captain of my ship, Jungkook.
I could spend a lifetime watching you swim, swim.
Listen, a man in a white blouse with a few buttons unbuttoned like that, like a little piratey ass blouse, will never not eat, in my opinion. I love that.
This is how we all
Yes. Yes, Jimin. Wow. What? What? Wow. Wow. He has such a classic beauty to him in this shot. I don't know. It kind of really fits. He kind of really fits this aesthetic right here, in my opinion. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Obviously, I have no idea who's, well, that was RM just now rapping, obviously, but I don't, and I assume that when we see them, that's their voice somewhat, but even though most of the time we see her, but I obviously I cannot recognize voices yet. I don't know who's singing here right now, but I really love this person's tone. I could go look up color coded, but frankly, might do it later when I come back to swim. I don't know, but I have a lot to get to, so. Like, is this Suga because I see him, or or not, or am I, or not? Well, I don't know. Literally, what is that? He looks like a painting. He actually does look like he wouldn't be in one of those old paintings of a sailor on a boat. I don't know. Also, the lyrics, from what I've read till now, imply a romantic notion, in my opinion. I don't know. I really like the little ad-libs here in the back. That are going in between left and right of my headphones. A bunch of sailors. It sounds like they're talking about licking the sweat off somebody's body. I don't know. It might be just my dirty brain making that up, but I don't know. You tell me. You tell me how I should interpret this, okay? Tears are salty too, though. Like salty water. I don't know what I'm saying. Jin has pretty lips, that's all I have to say.
This is how it all begins. Swim, swim. I just wanna dive, I just wanna dive. Splash, splash, rip. Make waves with my two friends. Splash, rip. I just wanna take my two friends.
Let's be honest, we love wet men. This is V, right? I mean, we see V. It sounds like V to me, from what I remember his voice sounding like. You know, he has that full throaty voice.
I could spend a lifetime watching you swim, swim, swim. Let it all begin. Swim, swim. I just wanna dive, I just wanna dive.
The song has a very melancholy quality to it as well, like a yearning, a yearny song. It sounds like a yearner. Don't smile at me. Again, it's just very much a song that me personally I would just put on in the background to vibe to. But it's definitely not a song that I would be actively listening to, right? Also, it was all in English? Question mark? I just realized it was all in English, right? It was all in English. It was all in English. Was there Korean in here? I don't think there was. I would have noticed, I think. I think I would have noticed. Please. It's great that you're all sexy dancing up in this bitch, but girl, I'm not here for you. It is a very, very yearny song. Well, that was Swim. What did you think of Swim? Let me know in the comments below. I'm very curious to hear from ARMYs, full-fledged ARMYs, casual BTS listeners, what they think of it. Obviously, I often do this, but after I've made this reaction, I might check out other people's reactions to this song as well. I love doing that, actually. It's really fun to be able to, you know, start watching reactions of this myself. Yeah. Well, that was Swim. Somehow made it 25 minutes anyway. I don't know how I did that. Let's get, oh my god, there's something in my eye, into the album Body to Body. Interesting title. Let's go.
I need what you need, Twan. I need what you need. I need the whole steady in the trunk. Get your phone down, let's get over the front. I got my eyes on the room in the front. The vibe is high
instrumentals on this. Actually need to turn it down just a little bit. Don't mind me. Oh my god. I love this actually. Fun fact about me. That little high-pitched voice sample in the back. I really like that. Every time any song has that, I basically say the same thing, and that's that. I like it. I just like all the little sound choices. Like this drum sound, very bassy, full sounding, like it's all up in my ear holes. Also like me a good little chanty, singing, folksy thingy over here. Also, is that a bagpipe in the back? It kind of sounds like a bagpipe. Very tribal feeling ending.
I need the whole city in the
I love that song. I love Body to Body. I love Body to Body so much. I love Body to Body. I don't know what to say. There was so much happening actually in my ear holes. You know, I kind of, now I do, it's so good. I kind of feel sad that I have to go to the color-coded just because for quality reasons. Honestly, really kind of sad about it, but let me see how bad it is. Again, I don't know whether you're old or new here, but I like dark music. Anything with a little bit of a darker vibe to it is everything to me. Like, obviously, the song doesn't have to be dark when it comes to the lyrics necessarily. Just the overall tone of the song cannot be too bright or happy for me. That's my personal taste. I just don't like that kind of music. I don't gravitate towards it. My ears don't want it. This whole sound is perfect to me. And I really like how full, as I said while I was listening to it, I really like how full it sounds. Let's just listen to this again and try to read the lyrics, but it's gonna be hard. You're a baby? I guess the little voice is saying, I'm a baby, which is kind of funny, I have to say. Out of context.
I need the whole steady in the trunk. Put your phone down, let's get on the front. I got my eyes on the row in the front. The vibe is high, feet being blunt. The vibe is high, like the builder. My eyes on the row in the front. The vibe is high, feet being blunt. The vibe is high, like the builder. Big deal from everywhere to Korea. 총 밝히고 딱 좀 키워. 흰 스윙 잡아준 건 paper. It's bigger in real life. My 외치면 따져 내려놓게 하지마 Campaign 좀더 가까이 와 skin to skin.
You're talking about body to body, skin to skin, like dancing. You know, like dancing in the club, all rubbing up against each other. I mean, that's all of your body beside me. You know, you could interpret it as the other way, obviously, when, you know, body to body does have a little bit of a sensual connotation, which dancing can be as well, so you know what I mean.
I need somebody to body all of your body beside me. Somebody like you, somebody like you.
Also, what I really love about the song is that it keeps its like dark, heavy instrumentals and tone, but it still has like the different parts and a little bit of you know, energy shift throughout the song. Obviously, this is a little bit of a more sparse part, a little bit of the more the stripping back of the sound and the instrumentals.
It's so tight. I mean, no one side. I mean, 우리만의 그 style. I mean, we living the life. 두 눈을 감지 않은 내 밤. 솟구치는 열의 맘. Be your body, be your body, be your body. Could see your body, or you read about it. I need somebody to body.
It also definitely feels like a, you know, they're basically saying, you know, forget all your worries, stop the hate. What was it RM who said that? Oh no, it's Suga. Put away the guns, knives, and keyboards. And to your hatred, let's body to body, dancey dance. And I approve of that message, actually. I love dancing, like choreography wise, but I love dancing at a party. It's the best. Frankly, the sentiment here explained, where you basically just empty your brain and you just are like sardines dancing body to body with a bunch of people, is to me very freeing and fun, and I love that. I love that. I don't know where I left off.
Be your body, be your body, be your body. Could see your body, or you read about it.
I love V's voice here. It sounds very, how do I describe it? Actually, his voice really reminds me of someone, like, specifically, like, it reminds me of someone also in like an electronic song. I have no idea who I'm thinking of right now, but it really does invoke a certain song memory in me, of a like electronic music sounding voice vibe. Does that make sense? Anyway, I'm saying a whole lot of nothing. It really reminds me of something. Anyway, his voice suits this very well. That's what they're saying here. What does ARIRANG mean?
I need the whole city in the drum.
You know, yes. Put your phone down. Don't mean to be that boomer, but it's really unfortunate. I understand though, like, especially, honestly, in other music genres I don't understand, but in K-pop, you know, everybody wants to film their fave, everybody wants like a little video of whoever and whatever, but me, personally, I've been to a bunch of festivals and concerts and stuff like that, mostly indie rock related, and around me there are some people filming, not that many, honestly, but when I see that, I always think, well, that's perfect because that means that I don't need to film. I will find there's always somebody filming something. And so basically, in my opinion, why does it have to be me who's filming? I can just look up somebody else's POV that filmed that, and then I'll basically be transported back to, you know, when I was there. Not that that's really necessary even in the first place, but that's always my perspective on it. So yeah, I'm definitely that person with their phone down always. But also another reason is because I'm just too lazy to film. And I be dancing. I do be dancing a lot. Doesn't matter what the occasion is, what the song is. I will be moving.
I need the whole city in the drum.
Also, love me a good silence before getting back into the song.
I need the whole city in the drum.
I love the song. I love the song. I don't know what to tell you. I love it. Kind of just want to listen to it again.
I need the whole steady in the trunk. Put your phone down, let's get over the front. I got my eyes on the row in the front. The vibe is high, feet beat blunt. The vibe is high, like the builder. Pick me up from everywhere to Korea. 총 바퀴 딱 좀 키워. 흰 수면 잡아준 on the paper. I need the whole steady in the trunk.
Is that, does RM start the song? Who is it? Yes. RM is such a, like, I don't know if he normally sounds like that, but he's such like a really like American rapper vibe to him.
I need the whole steady in the trunk. Put your phone down, let's get over the front. I got my eyes on the row in the front. The vibe is high, feet beat blunt. The vibe is high, like the builder.
I will be doing an album ranking, by the way. I like album rankings, listen. Because it's a matter of taste, obviously. And I think it's even more fun to read other people's album rankings and they're like literally the opposite of mine. It happens. Who is this? Who's singing that part? Oh, his little tremble vibrato in his voice here is so good. On the on and on. I really like V's voice in this. I do think that V might be the first person whose voice I might be able to recognize in the group. It's just, especially of like, you know, the main vocalists, right? That do the most vocal parts. His voice just stands out a lot to me. Also Jimin as well, but his voice is a little bit more, how do you say, Jimin is putting some more power, again, I'm basing this on nothing. I'm basing this on like the the tiny desk and one room live or whatever that's called. So I'm sorry if I put my foot in my mouth, but he sounds different here than from what I've heard until now. He still sounds like Jimin, but I think there's like, I think he's putting like a little bit more, maybe a little bit more power behind it. I don't know, a little bit more pressure. He sounds less forward than he normally does, in my opinion. And so it's his forward sound that's most recognizable about him to me. So that's why he's a little bit less recognizable in this song, voice-wise. Anyway, I've done 2 songs and it's been 40 minutes. I need to get a grip on life. Body to Body, 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Oh, that's fun. Oh, very interesting sound.
Watch this beat go, we hooligan. We pop out, we acting a fool again. Hooligan. Watch this beat go, we hooligan. Why this bass looks like it's so rude.
Ooh. Damn. It's giving like old school hip hop with like, you know, classical music in, or like jazzy things in combined. That's crazy. Watch this beat go when hooligan. Going from that hooligan part into this kind of like very nice melody. I really like that contrast. I really like that string sample. Like I said, it really reminds me of like back in the day hip hop, where there was like kind of a style, I guess. Watch this beat going hooligan. Yeah, we the mess, gonna get a bigger mop, yeah. This a cake, gotta get a better pop, yeah. You gon' hear this one playing round the clock, yeah. Round the clock. We're back here again. I almost paused there. This part with the instrumentals and stuff, I don't know why, but it gives me a slight bit of like a Frank Ocean Channel Orange vibe. It doesn't sound like anything like any singular Frank Ocean song. Oh, no. Okay. That melody part, the singing part with the instrumentals, the reason I say it reminds me of Frank Ocean's Channel Orange. Just the, I don't know, the vibe. I hate it. I hate the word vibe. How do I ban the word vibe? I don't know how to not use the word vibe. But it just has a similar feeling to it. It doesn't sound anything like any one of those songs. It's just the feeling I get from it, if that makes sense. But just that like melody part, not the rapping, singing parts. Those don't remind me of Frank Ocean at all. Love all the wild sounds and choices in it. Love that it's slightly reminiscent of that old school hip hop that I was talking about. Like, I cannot think of an example right now. I'm also very bad with names of artists, songs, anything. I'm just bad all across the board when it comes to any kind of name. So just coming up with that out of nowhere is just very hard for me. What am I thinking of? Is it Poetic Justice? I forgot who that's by. Is that the one that has like a classical music sample? I think that's wrong. I don't think that's right. I wish I could just look it up and listen to it, but I will definitely, my video might get blocked if I do that, so I might not do that. But I think you might understand what I'm saying. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? And then like slicing sound or metallic sound at the beginning, also very interesting. The like kind of like a little bit stuttery, hard to follow beat, which I love. I just love the kind of off-kilterness of this song. I like both of these songs more than Swim, and I actually do like Swim. So that I think that's good. I think this is a good sign. I mean, we are only 3 songs in, but let's check out Hooligan again. This classical music strings sample. I like it. Like also this choppiness of the editing by this person who made the color coded. Love that. And this. Are we sharpening a knife?
Watch this beat go, we hooligan. We pop out, we acting a fool again. Hooligan. Watch this beat go, we hooligan.
You know, the beat does kind of go hooligan.
Watch this beat go, we hooligan. Man, I'm about to fuse. Don't you bully muddy tune. Dear meet you know we did. Me everywhere, Soooo. Somebody move. 다들 모여 하나 둘. I can never ever choose. Every one of you amused.
Every one of us amused, damn.
Watch this beat go, we hooligan. We pop out, we acting a fool again. Hooligan. Watch this beat go, we hooligan.
Ooh, that voice.
Hooligan. Watch this beat go, we hooligan. I go cold crazy, don't go sing me. Like it cool,
I don't know who that is.
Don't go sing me.
Who is that? I guess we're Googling. Who's that? Ooh. Whoa. 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 Who is this? A mythical ghost-like monster? Equivalent to the boogeyman. Okay. Uh-huh. Representing an irrational or exaggerated fear. Okay. Okay. So it's like a monster. A mythical monster. A folklore Portuguese mythical monster. Anything. is what I'm gathering. Okay. Are you, is Sugar telling us to be scared of him, or, well, he's, okay, well, he's going cool, crazy loco.
Crazy loco, say me like a cool 말안해도 알잖아. Hooligan like hooligan, 때려 부셔 like hooligan. 시간 됐어 이제 비켜좀 얼굴이 이상모.
This feels like just a very incredibly elaborate way of saying we are crazy, we go crazy, and this beat go crazy. Which, I mean, well, them going crazy, I don't know them like that yet, though. But I've seen of them in that one room live or whatever, they did seem a little crazy. But this beat does go crazy, so I will give that to them. This is the Jimin that I remember. See, he sounds different here than in Body to Body to me. His voice is more Jimin-like in this. Obviously, it's a choice. The way you sing things and the way it's mixed can influence that and everything, and that's good, and that's great. You know, most important part is that you fit the song. His voice, especially on Null of International. I love that. I love that little, just like it's like it's not a vibrato. It's just like a slight quiver in his voice. You know what I mean? I do feel like Jimin sometimes. What I've heard until now, I always have to remind everybody right now that I don't know them like that. So do correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But, you know, from my assumptions and what I've seen, sometimes he has a little bit of like a quiver in his voice that I really, really love.
Watch this beat going hooligan. We pop out, we acting on hooligan. Hooligan. Watch this beat going hooligan. Yeah.
You know what's funny?
Hooligan, hooligan.
People might not think about this, or you might think about this a lot. I don't know, but the ha 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 part is actually very hard to do because first of all, it's very fast, and second of all, it's a bunch of H's, which means that you're basically just expending a lot of air. The more air you expend, the harder it is to sing properly, or rap properly, or do anything properly, because you need to breathe, you need your breath, you need air to do things, you know what I mean?
We pop out, we acting on hooligan.
Rapping ha 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 is a ha ha concept to me. Oh.
This a cake, gotta get a better pop, yeah. You gon' hear this one playing. It's a cake, gotta get a better pop, yeah. You gon' pop, yeah.
K-pop. Does that K gotta get a better pop here? You know? K-pop. K-pop! Anyway.
This a cake, gotta get a better pop, yeah. You gon' hear this one playing round the clock, yeah. Round the clock, 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 clock.
You know, why is this bassline slapping so rude? That's a good question, Jimin. The chop part is also kind of funny because at the beginning of the song, you know, they chop that sample. I don't know if it's probably a sample of that you're hearing right now in the back real hard. Chopped it up.
Hooligan, watch this beat going hooligan.
Oh, Jim. Sounds so smooth there.
Hooligan, watch this beat going hooligan.
Also, V is a rapper. Again, we're back at that knife sharpening sound or whatever it is, but I was talking about this. That's nice. You know, that's a vibe. That song is a vibe. I just like the musical experimentation that's going on, though obviously all music is derivative. I don't know if you knew this, but all music is derivative. Almost music has been around for so long, almost everything has been done before to certain degrees. Obviously not in the same way, but the same, you know, not exactly the same, but so yes, I did hear some certain inspirations in that song. But just the way it was done, I really liked it. It was very satisfying to me. So no songs that are not my taste at all yet until now. I will be honest if that happens. Probably the nearest ballad. Which, yeah, ballads are hard for me. Let's get into Aliens. Yes, I do like getting attacked by music. Love those vocal inflections. Great. Against that, this instrumental is lots of sounds. A lot of ticking, little bell thing, tick, tick, tick in my ear. Also, another sound coming in right there in the back. Or that sound was there the whole time and I just now registered it. Wow. This is such a busy instrumental, but my ADHD likes that. Hooligan was a little rap heavy, but Aliens is like very rap forward song. Ooh. Was that Jimin? Maybe not. Or maybe it is, I don't know. I shouldn't be guessing. Kind of interesting because it's a very busy instrumental with a lot of different sounds all at the same time, but it does keep that busy instrumental all the way through. Like there's not a lot of taking away of or adding of instruments. It's basically them and their voices is what switches up the song, but the instrumentals go a lot are not really switching up that much, which is interesting to me. That to choose to keep this very full busy instrumental all the way through, kind of great song for me personally. If I would put the song on, it would be like the way I use like my very like heavy metal music and some very heavy rock songs when I have a very busy mind. I'm getting very either stressed or ADHD where like my thoughts are going very fast. I use music like this to basically like, you know, lessen my thoughts, switch off my thoughts, make my head a little bit more empty, I had a hard time speaking during this more than the other ones, because of the instrumentals. Let's go to the lyrics. Suga's inflections in this part, I love. I always love it when rappers go absolutely crazy with their like vocal inflections, like the. That. I love that.
Oh my god, do I look too funny? Just move for me, yeah, move for me. From the better to the hot, or the better, baby, now, yeah, we aliens. If you wanna hit my house, you better miss a line, yeah, we aliens. Awesome, 그런 shameless. Yeah, it'll try to re-aliens. And I don't joke, it's a rising. Aliens, aliens. Talk about the business. Everybody know now where the cake is. 어디까지 가니 이런 책.
He's not lying. He's not lying. Honestly, well, yeah, for me, my relationship to Korea is a little bit different because before I ever got into K-pop at all, I got into Korean food. I've always been a foodie. Okay, my gateway into different cultures is often through food. So for me, it's a little bit different, but like I think in a general public eye, I've said this before. Actually, I don't know on this channel, but definitely to friends and stuff like that. That like Seoul and Korea is definitely becoming like the new Hollywood, or has the potential, or already is like the new Hollywood of the world. You know, how the whole world was consuming, you know, American pop music, movies, everything in Hollywood, you know what I mean? Everything is from there. And a lot of like entertainment and culture has been influenced by that. And now, frankly, it's Korea. It's K-pop, it's K-dramas even. And it's very safe to say, in my opinion, obviously there have been groups that are older than BTS and they have also, you know, paved a way. But it's BTS is the reason that it flew over across the pond, I guess, you know, to the rest of the world. It spread like wildfire. Everybody, if anybody, like average Joe, if they know at least one group, then it would be BTS. It would be BTS. It's the most well-known one out of everyone ever, all over the world, of all time. That's just the truth. And so with that popularity and people getting into K-pop and stuff in general, now Korea is like a country people know about. People started to eat Korean food because of listening to K-pop too. People start watching K-dramas because of K-pop as well. And they were definitely part of the reason that happened. Huge part, big part, most part, big. You know what I mean. You know. You like them. That's why you're here, right? Anyway.
Everybody know now where the cake is. 어디까지 가니 이런 제기. 저주하니 아직 흉측대기. 파란 기구생님, tell me how you feel. 영원도 나밖에 못해봐, that is 아직 흉측대기.
Who is Mr. Kim Goo? Who is Kim Goo? Do I have to add Mr.? Who is Mr. Kim Goo? What is Mr. Oh. Onafhankelijkheidsstrijder. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's Dutch. I did not mean to start speaking Dutch to you. Oh. This is all let me listen, I cannot translate. Independent activists. Damn. And politician. Right. Against Japanese imperialism. I see. Very important man. Right, I understand.
어디까지 가니 이런 제길 저주하니 아직 흉측대길 빠른 기구생님 tell me how you feel 영원도 나밖에 못해봐 that is how we kill no matter
I'm the only one who can speak English.
큰 너희가 말하길 Are they for real? For real? Hello to your honey 바꾸죠 흔들어줘.
Well, since he is an independent activist, especially from the Japanese imperialism, he must be proud because of now it's Korean imperialism, not actual Korean imperialism though, just you know, soft cultural imperialism, spreading Korean culture all over the world. He must be proud.
Oh my God, do I look too funny?
I'm talking out of my ass.
For me, yeah, for me. From the ground to the high, when you broke up, yeah, we aliens. If you wanna hit my house, you better bust a line, yeah, we aliens. 좀 그래, shameless. Yeah, 이래저래 we aliens. 해는 동쪽에서 rising, aliens. Aliens every day. More than anybody get. Make dreams every day. Yeah, we living that.
So are they talking actually also like, yeah, you can think of aliens like from outer space, like we're different, we're built different, but also obviously aliens in the sense of like you know, aliens in a different country, you know, being from a different country, you know, in the sense of like being aliens in the pop music scene, because everybody is basically like a Western artist, American artist, so you could call them aliens in that sense. You know what I mean? Learn from us, we're aliens from a different culture, from a different country, something you haven't seen before, foreign to you, global audiences that don't know about us vibes. Am I reaching? Am I reaching far? Thoughts? You know? It was fun to talk about those lyrics. I think, you know, I like the busy instrumental. I do think this might be my least favorite song until now, but I still like it. It's not a miss. No misses from me yet. I just don't think that I would listen to this that often, you know? Also, though I like the very busy, crazy instrumentals with like lots of sounds in it, it is continuous all the way through. And I do think I would prefer it if maybe not. Which is funny to say, because Swim is kind of that way as well, a little bit. No, I think Swim has a little bit more change up instrumentally, ironically enough, even though it's more sparse than Aliens. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway. God. I don't like how slow I'm going, but let's just continue with, I think it's Fire. I'm assuming it's Fire.
Everything lit is fire. Everything big is fire. Everything lit is fire. Everything big is fire. She wanna dance on fire.
Everything lit is fire. Holy moly, whoa, 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 I'm getting attacked again. Let's dance at the club, guys. You know. I love me a little clubby vibe any day. Like I said, I love dancing in the club. This chorus actually kind of reminds me of some like Dutch club music that I know of. Again, the silence. Also this like EDM build up slow down part of the song. I like it. That vocal effect or whatever that's on that part is also reminds me of some specific clubby music, EDM-y music. Love the little top vocal harmony. Hey, calm down. Calm down. Okay. Listen. As a clubby girly myself, this is my vibe. If you are not that type of person, I absolutely understand why you wouldn't vibe with this song at all. Why you would think like, the fuck is this? I don't want it. I do want it. Everything lit is fire. That chorus will get stuck in my head because of the lyrics. It's just the truth, I fear. Let's go to the lyrics real quick and talk about it. Love this weird. They have like a bunch of interesting sounds. I have no idea if that's normal for them. Do they always have weird, interesting sounds in their music? I would love to know. Well, I guess I will learn that in the future when I get into more reactions. Again, I have to remind myself, this is a blank reaction. I have no context. I'm just consuming the music as it is presented to me. I love this weird, it sounds like a sampled chainsaw, but it's not. Also, no, it doesn't sound like a chainsaw. It sounds more like a creaking door. But here, I mean, here it kind of sounds like a very muffled chainsaw.
Everything lit is fire.
Everything big is fire.
Everything lit is fire. Everything big is fire. She wanna dance on fire. Everything cash is fire. Oh, oh, oh.
And that, and this, and the stutter, I really like. Also, that sound is so...
Everything cash is fire. Oh, oh, oh.
So many big, full, punchy sounds in this album until now. I like big, full, punchy sounds. Everything big is fire. Actually, Arm said this, and I agree. Everything big is fire. And that's also a little bit like what my music taste is like. Everything big is fire.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
More is more. Okay, I'm not a less is more kind of gal. More is more. I want more of everything. More bass, more instruments. Turn it up. Turn it up. Don't stand too close to fire, you get burnt. Oh. Jungkook, why did you say can't like that? Oh. Oh. That kind of like moaned, gasped. That can't. Ooh. Burning out with my slime, what does that mean? No, actually, what does that mean? Okay. Britney, baby! Hit me one more time! Britney reference. I actually wanted to say, so Jimin does sometimes sound like male Britney. Anyone else see that? Obviously they don't sound exactly the same, and Jimin uses less air in his voice than Britney does, because, well, as some of you might know, Britney's singing is not her actual singing. The way Britney sounds in her pop music, that's not actually her genuine voice. It's a voice that she put on. Whereas Jimin's voice is very clearly his own voice. That's why he doesn't have to use that much air, because he just, that's what he sounds like, you know? Naturally, so... But they do have the same, like, almost baby voicey quality to them, their voices. Which Jimin's is genuine. Anyway.
Too close, too close, too
I don't need a butt warmer. That's funny. Also, Thriller Michael Jackson reference. Listen, when it comes to like the history of most viral, influential musicians, like the people that we will remember like for years to come, well, Michael Jackson is definitely one of them. He's dead and we still talk about him and we still listen to him and he still influences music until this day. It's really not like far-fetched or strange to believe that BTS will be among that row. Like, that would make sense. You know, we will only know if that's the case, sadly, after they're kind of gone. Let's not think about that. Let's not think about that. But you know what I mean. That's how you actually know. You know. And I guess Britney too. Like, Britney has been out of the public eye for so long, but everybody knows who Britney Spears is, right? Do the children know who Britney Spears is? The children have to know who Michael Jackson is. Anyway.
Too close, too far.
Love this choppy little section. Also, you know, it's funny. Definitely reminds me of some like of that very choppy EDM music, if you're familiar with that. But most of the time, that music has like a very high sound over it. This is basically just choppy bass with a little droplet. Speed it up. Great. I think that was lit, and everything lit is fire. So that's my thoughts on that. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be now. It's getting slowly hard for the ranking. Body to Body is still number one. Honestly, I kind of don't see Body to Body leaving number one for me. I don't know how it gets better than Body to Body, if I'm being very frank, but Fire is definitely above Aliens. Is it above Hooligan?
Me everywhere, Soooo. Somebody move, gotta move your Hana dude. I can never ever choose. Every one of you amuse. Crowd looking like a campus, beat drop, green dancing. Watch this beat going.
So I think I might put Fire at 2, but just because actually might like Hooligan a little bit more as a song in general, but I would listen to Fire more often. I'll have at the end, when I do my full ranking, have to think about what kind of ranking I'm making. Am I making a ranking based on what songs I would listen to the most? / I like, obviously, because if the song is not my taste, then it's going in the bottom. Or am I ranking based on just like the song as a product, outside of how much I would listen to it? What do I think it's like what do I like? I like all the song choices, even though I wouldn't listen to it as often. Anyway. Let's just keep going, because this album reaction is gonna be, I guess 4 hours, 5 hours, 1 billion hours long. We're on 2.0. Oh, another little voice sample, I think. Oh. Now this is very, very hip hop. Ooh, love that little harmony, vocal layering, stacking. Oh, love that. Very tinny, robotic sound. That. Again, love that. It's such a good like break from the rest of the song. All their basses are so thick and full and thick and full and thick. Thick with two C's.
Time to pay you debt. Feel me not. Let it be. Let it bleed. Hit a lick. And it's split.
Such a nasty song. In the good way, obviously. You know, nasty, non-derogatory. Ooh, love that little weird noise. I kind of want to go back. Sound in the back. There it was again. It's like a wow. So I did have kind of like an assumption of their older music, that it was a little bit like more rap, hip hop inspired, heavy, like their sound in general. I don't know why I had that notion. I think maybe based on things that, like, information that I've picked up here and there. I don't know. And I feel the rap hip hop inspiration throughout this album quite a bit. I think I like this one more than Aliens for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know, it just has a very cool vibe to it. And I might be able to speak more on that if I listen to it again. With lyrics this time. I really like this bass as a through line. It just gives a very like cool, laid back hip hop vibe to the song. Hear that little like electronic tinny weird tinny sound in the back here. Somebody should make a compilation of me making weird sounds trying to replicate sounds in the song, because it's very bad and it's the worst when I do it. But anyway, I don't know how else to explain shit. I don't have good vocabulary. Who can jump over them every day? Good question. There's that sound. 10 years. Also, they're using like some of that, onomatopoeias for like with like gangster rap vibes. I'm not well versed in genre words, specifically like all the hip hop genres too. Is hard for me to decipher. Like in general, please forgive me when I say wrong genre. But you know, the knock 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 and the pop 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 like a gun. I don't know, again, I really just really love like the energy and the vibe of this. I don't know, again, how else to describe it. Very bad wording, very bad description. It's just like that, like kind of like a chill hip hop sound, but it's still very bassy and quite like in your face with it. If that makes sense. I love that. I love that harmony vocal layer on Stop Ride so much. And you will always get me when you take out the instrumentals. This definitely feels like a comeback song in the literal sense, like we're back and we're new and we're back on the block and you thought we were gone but we're back and we're fresh and guess what? You thought you could like sit lazily, just vibe out. We're back! We're back on them streets. I'm sorry.
Hit him up like pop. Hit him with the truth like rock. Time to pay your debt. Feel me or feel me not. Let it be. Let it bleed. Hit a lick. And it's split. Stop.
I mean, the song is called 2.0. It's like them 2.0, you know? The wine engine's voice here.
You know how we do.
On how? On the how? The second how specifically, like. I love that. Here is Jimin with his peak little tiny little whiny little voice. Okay, that sounds like I'm dissing him. I'm not. You know what I mean. You can hear his voice. I've said that I love this voice before. Don't even come for me. Sometimes when you describe a voice, it sounds a little weird, but that's because you have to make the description big and over the top for it to have meaning. Okay? But he does sound a bit like this. He has a little bit of this kind of vocal quality. Whereas V has more of like a... And it's not like that it's not a matter of lower versus higher. I'm literally talking about the tone of their voices. Like, you can have the same note, but you can say that note like this. Or you can say that note like this. Am I making sense? I think that song is a vibe, actually. It's also a song that, even though it has like a lot of interesting choices, it is quite consistent all the way through. Again, a song that's great for throwing on in the back, like with Swim, actually, funnily enough. Oh, I did not mean to. I did not mean to do that. Here, also, I wanted to talk about that sound here. I really like that. That's what I mean, you know, that sound comes in at the end, so there's like little changes throughout, but the song in and of itself has a consistent vibe, not a lot of like, whoa, what is going on? I'm surprised that we're in a new part type beat.
Brand new, brand new, carry on that brand new. You know how we do.
Yeah, I love that. I love those little harmonies. So good. So good. So good. Have no idea where I would rank this. It's getting hard. The more songs there are, the harder it gets, actually. Number 29. I think this might not have lyrics? Unless I'm wrong. Is this like a in-between song? What is this? What am I hearing? One singular note, you know? ASMR? Sounds like the buzzing of an electronic device, if that makes any sense. You know, when something is on, and there's like a slight sound to it, a slight buzz, like old TV or something. No? Anyone? Thoughts? Wow, I really like this. Actually, this might be my favorite song. Listen, we have to do the full album experience. Okay? Okay? This is part of the album experience. 139 of this sound getting quieter, I guess. Oh, it got, oh, kind of went away and came back. Oh, it's going away and coming back. Fascinating. You think it's quiet, but it's not. It's still there. It's just like pulsating a little bit. Very nice. That's how I... Oh! It's gone. I think it's gone now. Number 29 is a game of trying to pinpoint exactly when the sound is gone completely. You can make a game of it. Thoughts? Anyway, that's a gong. Or what is this instrument? Sounds like, you know, that's a gong, right? That's what it's called. Big thing that you slap. Anyway, the first half of my album reaction has come to a close. Let's listen to Swim one more time, just for funsies, because we can. And then part 2 will be the rest of these songs right here. Swim, swim.
This is how it all begins. Swim, swim. I just wanna dive. I just wanna dive. My world got away. I so wake up in this map world. Name me place that I can.
I wonder if there's like a vibe difference in between the two halves of the album, because I do feel like number 29 kind of marks a halfway point, you know, of the album. It's really funny, especially in comparison with all the other songs, how chill and easy listening this song is. And the fact that this is the title track is kind of an interesting choice. I wonder who made that choice. Also, this song is not at all even in the slightest representative of the album, in my opinion, of what we've heard until now. Unless, like I said, the second half is like more this kind of vibe. I'm just theorizing. Oh. Again, the song sounds better on YouTube Music than the MV on YouTube. It's way more crisp, way more clear.
I could spend a lifetime watching you swim, swim, swim. Let it all begin. Swim, swim. I just wanna dive. I just wanna dive.
Beautiful. Well, that was my reaction to the first half of ARIRANG. That's how I'm gonna say it. That's how I decided to say the title of this album. No misses yet. I haven't heard a song that I was like, okay, this song, I will never listen to it. It's not my vibe at all. It's like very far removed from me. Obviously, there are songs that I'm more passionate about than others. Makes sense. I mean, come on now. And certain songs that I would only like listen to on specific occasions. I mean, Body to Body is like, Body to Body is everything to me. Body to Body is that girl. She's the moment. She's everything. That song is perfect, and I love it so much. Should I do a preliminary ranking of the first half? I mean, I'm gonna do a full ranking in part 2 of this album reaction. But okay, this is probably gonna change in part 2, but if I would have to make a very quick ranking, it would probably be Body to Body, Body to Body. I said I was gonna make it quick, but I can't. Body to Body. wait. I cannot do it. Okay. Body to Body. Body to Body. Fire 2.0, Hooligan, Aliens. No. Body to Body 2.0, Fire, Hooligan, Swim, Aliens. That's just, I haven't even re-listened right now. I'm just like doing this based on what I kind of remember, and those might switch when I do my full ranking, but that's how it's gonna be for me. Yeah, I hope you liked my reaction to part 1 of ARIRANG, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!